What is going on, my friends? You already know the vibe. Yes, sir. It is your. Let's get the microphone in here. What is going on, my friends? You already know the vibe. It is your boy John Qwik of the Talk That Lingo crew. But we talk that lingo very fast, and like I always say, it's harder to keep money than to get it. But we're going to be getting into some crazy things here today. Make sure y'all follow me on my TikTok at what is my TikTok? Qwik.audio. I'm going to show y'all how y'all can keep more of the money that you either earn or profit. I'm going to show you how you can keep more of that money. All right. Hopefully you can stop spending the goddamn money that you're getting. But let's get into it, man. Today, our topic is men's mental health. Men's mental health is our topic today, and I want to stress this point so hard to y'all that men's mental health does not get enough light in the media. It does not garner the attention that it definitely needs within our communities, particularly the Black community. I see a lot of people who champion some women and things like that. While all of that is great, we have a heightened sensitivity to women going through mental issues and going through situations that give them cause to pause, right? And I want to tread lightly here. I am trying to tread lightly. But what I will say is that men's mental health does not garner the attention that it absolutely needs, right? I don't care how y'all view me as the messenger of something like this. I don't care if y'all thinking that I'm somebody who's struggling with mental health. I'm going to end the debate right here, right now. I struggle with mental health. I'm a man, a Black man at that. I struggle myself with mental health. So I know how detrimental it is to move forward mental health conversations without mentioning men, particularly Black men. And what I will say before, because I do have something that I do want to share with y'all. And what I will say, because over here at the Talk That Lingo podcast, we like to focus on solutions and not the problems or the issues. We don't focus on issues over here. We focus on solutions. We are solution-based thinkers. I want y'all to say it with me. We are solution-based thinkers over here at the Talk That Lingo podcast. And I'm not going to be on for very long, but I thought it was very, very important and imperative to our success over here at the Talk That Lingo podcast that we touched on men's mental health today. And we will be doing a regular show on Mondays and Thursday, but this is a very, very important topic for me because, like I said, I'm going to be the first to tell y'all, I definitely struggle with mental health, mental illness. I'm not crazy. They call me crazy. They think I'm crazy. And actually, one of my good friends, Brent Baum, always says this. This may not be what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Shout out Brent. If y'all want to follow Brent, his name is Brent Christopher on Facebook. And he does definitely do some great things. So make sure y'all follow Brent. But that one saying from Brent really categorizes this show. It may not be what you want to hear, but it is absolutely what you need to hear, right? So men's mental health. A few things that I definitely want to touch on with something like this. We have so many people nowadays, particularly in the Black community, who they laugh at men's mental health, right? And this is why I really don't even care that I'm coming on here to say, because I have people who laugh at me. I would tell people something that I know is right, and I would tell people something that I've learned and I have been educated on, and I want to be able to share that information with people. And I've had people laugh at me based off that information that I'm sharing, right? I have tried to better myself, and I have people who laugh at me for me trying to better myself. It's so funny in the Black community, everything that they tell you not to do is actually something you should do, right? Uh, Anything that's right, they tell you don't do it. Basically, they tell you not to do it. You say you want to get your credit right. Oh, this dude got nice credit. Oh, I got a camera phone. What I want to do is, or not a camera phone, excuse me. I got a camera. I want to create videos for people. Oh, this weirdo got a camera. I want to talk about stock videos and post to my Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Oh, this weirdo want to be all on the social media, all like that. Everything that's right, they tell you not to do. All right. And it all attributes to the men's mental health, or the lack thereof of the awareness for men's mental health. I'm going to tell y'all right here, right now. If you have a male in your life, doesn't matter if it's your husband, doesn't matter if it's your father, doesn't matter if it's your uncle, if it's your son, if it's your nephew, if it's your cousin, doesn't matter. None of that matters. If you have a male in your life, do whatever you can in your power to make sure that male feels the confidence to be able to talk to you and come to you about issues. A lot of the things that go on in the man community, I'm struggling with talking because this is actually one of those topics that I actually wholeheartedly believe in, that people need to be more aware of how men are processing all this crazy shit going on in our lives. You know, we got the you got the Cardi B's of the world, you got the bad bitch vibe, you got the toxic masculinity. We're gonna get into that. Let me actually write that down. We're not gonna get into that today because I don't want to be on here for a very long time, but we definitely gonna be getting into toxic masculinity. I'm gonna start this and say there is no such thing as toxic masculinity. And we'll talk more about that. But it is very, very important for all of you. If you have a male in your life, doesn't matter who that male is to you, make sure you go up to that male and make sure that you are asking the appropriate questions to make sure that male is getting the attention that he needs. And when I say the attention he needs, I don't mean how are you doing? Are you okay? What are some of the things that are bothering you? Share them with me. Why are they bothering you? These are the things that all of you need to be asking all the men in your life. And I'm particularly talking to women. And here's the reason why. I'm going to share this with you all. I am going to share this with you all. Here is the reason why, right? So as you can see on our screen, right? This is a very interesting meme that I did see on Facebook. Nonetheless, shout out to everybody listening on Twitch. Shout out to everybody listening on Twitter. Shout out to everybody listening on Facebook. Shout out to everybody listening on YouTube. If you are in here, drop a like. If you are in here, drop a like. We're going to be getting into some very, very crazy things. If you have just joined us, yes, it is your boy John Qwik from the Talk That Lingo crew, and we are talking about men's mental health. I want to make sure my hand is in the right place. All right, we are talking about men's mental health. All right, focus your attention to this photo that I have up here. Right, as you can see, it says this shit real deep as fuck. Right, that's not even proper English, but we don't want to focus on that just yet. All right. And y'all may not be able to see the words, but I'm sure you all can see the faces. All right. As you all are familiar, this is Tyrese. As you all are familiar, this is Kanye West. This here is Will Smith. And down here is a woman asking a man, why aren't you opening up to me? I think this is very important. If you are in here, drop a like. If you are in here, drop a like. It is your boy John Qwik, Talk That Lingo host. We are talking about mental health. men's mental health, to be specific. If you are a male and you are going through things and struggling with mental health, doesn't mean that you need to be in a straitjacket. It doesn't mean that you need to take any medications. It doesn't even mean that you are not a normal human being. I'm going to tell you first and foremost, I am a man and I struggle with mental health. That is no two ways around it, my boy. It's no two ways around it, my boy. You can either be a part of the group who says, you know what? I don't struggle with mental health. I'm fine. You can go on in life thinking and telling yourself that you're fine and you're actually not fine. Or you can address the fact that, look, I could potentially be going through some mental issues. And I'm going to be the first to tell you that I definitely go through some mental things. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay sharing that with y'all. Because even if it's one man out there who struggles with mental health and this live helps him, I doubt it will be, but the chance that it could be is giving me the confidence to tell y'all this, right? So men's mental health, focus your attention on this photo that we're looking at, right? And once again, don't worry about this shit real deep as fuck. That's not even proper English, so we're not even going to get into that. What I really want y'all to focus your attention on is the writing in the black, with the white background there, and then obviously the 4 photos that we have here. So just from the very top, this photo is a photo of Tyrese crying due to him not being able to see his daughter. This photo of Kanye West is him crying at what appears to be on stage. And this photo of Will Smith is him crying, sitting in front of Jada as she's telling him some very disheartening news. And at the bottom is a photo of a couple with the woman asking the crying man, "Why aren't you opening up to me?" Now, before we do continue with this photo, ladies, if you have a man in your life that you feel is not opening up to you as much as you would like him to, what I want you to do is I want you to take a step back. Because like I said, we are solutions-based thinkers here at the Talk That Lingo Podcast. We are solution-based thinkers. We don't worry about the issues. We worry about the solutions. So ladies, if you have a man in your life that you feel is not opening up to you, whether it's your dad, husband, son, uncle, don't matter who it is. If you feel like he's not opening up to you, I want you to take a step back and ask yourself, did you give him a platform? Did you make him feel comfortable enough to come to you and talk about his issues? Now, you are going to say yes right off the bat. You're going to say yes, and I'm okay with you saying yes because that could very well be true. However, I want you to think of all the times that you may have potentially said some things or laughed at this man or degraded his thought process or tried to talk down on him in front of other people. I want you to think about all those times. And I'm going to ask you again, did you give that man a platform or create a space where he can openly open up to you? And if the answer of any of those questions that I previously asked, whether you talked down on him, whether you laughed at him, whether you supported him, if any of those questions garner an answer of you not necessarily doing the things that you were supposed to do for that man, then you did not create a platform or a space where he can feel comfortable to open up to you. This is very, very important. If you are in here, drop a like. If you are in here, drop a like. If you know somebody who has a man, who has a husband, who has an uncle, and they are not necessarily treating that husband, uncle, son, brother, whoever it is, appropriately, you need to send them this live. You need to send them this live. That's what you need to do. Because I'm going to tell you what, it's a lot of women out there who think that just because you are in this man's life, you think just because you are in this man's life is that is his you believe that. And I'm just, like I said, I'm struggling with this because this is something I actually believe in. This isn't something that I just saw on the internet. I'm like, oh, I gotta talk about this. I actually believe this, so I want to tread lightly here, but also give y'all a piece of my thinking. Right? If you have a man in your life and you did not create that platform or that space for him to feel comfortable, you need to take a step back and find out what you can do. You need to hit the reset button and find out what you can do for that man. Because guess what? If you have a man in your life and you did not do your due diligence to create a safe space for him to express himself to you, hit me up in the DM because we got to talk more about that. But nonetheless, focus your attention back on this photo, and I'm going to start with reading it. Actually, you know what? Let me move my logo from up here so I can have y'all really see. Okay. So focus on this photo here with Tyrese as he's crying. All right. The words next to him say, when Tyrese had a mental breakdown online in regards to not seeing his daughter in 2 years, people laughed at him and made him a meme. All right. Next photo. When Kanye West had a mental breakdown on TV, people called him crazy and he too became a meme. Right? When the world watched Will Smith listen to his wife tell him how she had an affair with another person who was in the house with them, people laughed at Will and he too became a meme. Right? And here is the most important piece, right? This bottom one. After all of that, folks wonder why men don't open up about their mental health. They wonder why. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, with me making this live, I'm going to have someone laughing at me, talking about you put all your mental issues on the internet. I'm going to have somebody laughing and saying that I shouldn't have been doing this, or I probably should live my life how they think I should live my life. Let me tell you something right now, you son of a bitch. Listen, millionaires, billionaires, quadrillionaires, all the people with all the money in the world have mental issues. It's just a fact, my boy. They say money can't buy happiness. No, I disagree. If I gave you $10 million right now, would you be happy? Yes, you would be happy. But guess what? Just because you're happy doesn't mean you don't have mental health issues. Like I said in the beginning of the show, just because you are dealing with mental health issues does not necessarily mean you need to be in a straitjacket. Doesn't mean that you need to take medication for it. This is, like I said, this is something that I actually believe in. So I can actually preach this a long time, but I do not want to go on here and give y'all my whole spiel. I want to kind of start the conversation up a little bit. So I'm going to end it right there. But what I will say is that you all need to look at this photo right here and remind yourself of Tyrese, Kanye West, Will Smith, how these three men, how their pain became memes. Their pain became memes for the world to see. Tyrese couldn't see his daughter for 2 years. 2 years. His pain became a meme because he was crying on live. Kanye had a mental breakdown on TV. I ain't gonna argue about Kanye. Kanye is a little, but nonetheless, this is a problem. This is a problem. If you are a man and you are watching this, you need to like, you need to subscribe, you need to make sure you send this video to somebody in your life. That's what you need to do. That's what you have a due diligence to do. And last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with, if you know somebody, well, this is one of the last things I'm gonna leave y'all with. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you are in here, drop a like. If you in here, drop a like. This is the last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with. Right? Every single time you see somebody that you think, quote unquote, you think is going through a mental issue, you need to reach out. You need to extend a hand. There's no two ways around it. You need to extend a hand. You need to make sure that that person feels heard, especially men. You need to make sure these men feel comfortable and confident enough to open up to you. We need to create a space where men feel comfortable opening up about their issues without risks of this shit happening, without risks of somebody laughing at you because they deem your pain as funny. This shit ain't funny, my boy. This shit ain't fucking funny. With your broke ass, you laugh. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. Be sure to subscribe. I appreciate y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo crew. We're gonna talk more about mental health issues. We may do a men's mental health segment once a week. We may do that. I may have to try to figure that out. But once again, I appreciate y'all tapping in. Shout out to everybody listening on Twitter. Shout out to everybody listening on Twitch. Shout out to everybody listening on YouTube and Facebook. If you know somebody struggling with mental health, send them this video now. Do it now. Don't wait. Do it now. We out of here. Talk that lingo. Talk that lingo. Let's get it, my boys.